Alright, the first deck we're playing today is this Chronomancy deck, aka Predict deck. So this archetype's gotten a lot of upgrades in the last couple of sets. We played something that was trying to take advantage of this card, Kahiri the Returned, quite a while ago, and since then the archetype's gotten, like I said, several upgrades, both in the form of two champions as well as a bunch of other payoffs that work well in the deck. So let's go through them like real quick here. Zilean, 2 mana, 1/4, so pretty good stat line for the cost. Create 4 time bombs in your deck, then predict. Time bombs are this landmark that counts down, deals 1 to everything. They also replace themselves. When you play them, they draw 1. And when he sees them, enough of them blow up, he levels up, generating card advantage for you, okay? A quick summary of that. Ekko, similarly, he generates some card advantage by generating these time tricks that predict then draw 1 whenever he strikes. He levels up when you predicted 5+ times, at which point he creates these chrono breaks, very powerful slow spells that revive all the allies that have died this round, and then rally. So even if you know none of your units have died, you can rally to get in another attack token. So that's one of the ways we can win with this deck, is just by beating our opponents down with our various units and then getting multiple attacks with chrono breaks from Ekko. The units that we have in the deck might not be super impressive to start, but we are playing some copies of Xenotype Researchers to give them +3/+3, which we can find them more consistently with our Predict mechanics. We got Kahiri in here at the top end. We're trying him out. Every time we see him in a prediction, he gets bigger. And of course, he keeps creating more copies of himself in the deck. So ideally, we can just continuously, once we get into the late game, we've got some pretty beefy Kahiris that are like 8/8s or 10/10s. We can just keep playing them turn after turn and beating our opponents down with them. But of course, even like a leveled Ekko generating the card advantage, finding us chrono breaks to get an additional attacks can also be very taxing on the opponent's Nexus. And other two interesting payoffs that we got in the most recent set was this drop border. Skip basically gets summoned for free when we see it in a prediction. We got this Fallen Feline card here. Creates a Hexite Crystal in your deck, and when you see it in a prediction, you draw it immediately. And it's a 2 mana, deal 2 to the enemy board. So great way to apply a little bit of pressure to our opponent's Nexus while also keeping their board in check. So in theory, getting this really early against an aggressive deck can give us a really big leg up in that matchup. Other than that, it's all the cards you'd expect in a Predict kind of centric deck. We got Psy Scouts, Aspiring Chronomancers, we have the Ancient Preparations. We also have Preservariums, and in addition to the other landmarks we're running in Zilean's Time Bombs, which also count as landmarks, we're throwing in some Shapestones in here. That can just be a little bit enough to keep some of our key units alive, but also with the landmark scene, gives us extra power, so helps us run down our opponents in those situations. So without further ado, let's jump into some games and see how we do. Welcome, Dave of the Boozy. Yeah, I just kind of wanted to hurry through that explanation because I think most people know what Predict is doing at this point. Don't really need that in our opening hand. I don't mind a 1 mana Predict though. This deck is like one of the big bads in the format. Like this deck, when this deck gets into the late game, it's gonna be a tough cookie to crack. So I don't know that we're definitely not favored in the matchup, I'd have to assume. But we can try. Maybe we can get a little bit more of an aggressive slant and beat them down, but I highly doubt it. That's a good start though, I suppose, getting a big Kahiri. We'll keep him in the deck to make it more likely that we continue seeing them. And maybe I'm actually supposed to skip there looking for the Xenotype Researchers. Because one of the nice things is getting a Xenotype Researcher proc onto a Psy Scout and then turning it into an elusive.
I don't want to meet whatever woke you up.
It could play the thing that gains them life. We have this. Do I just throw? I think I'm just gonna
Be undone.
attack here and see what our opponent does. Just passing, okay. What to do? Reduce the cost of sea monster allies everywhere by 1 and then draw a sea monster. Okay, cool.
Focus using multiple lenses.
Clever.
I just improvised on the instructions you drafted.
Boom. Just like that, see? We're professionals. Now all we need is to see a landmark with this. Unfortunately, we've actually drawn most of the landmarks in our deck that we have by default. And we don't have a Zilean played. There's one now, though. Now it might be a good time to just draw the Kahiri since he's getting big and beefy enough. Zilean's probably not very impressive at this point. Yeah, I
Hello, world. I'm Cypher.
think I'm good with getting the Kahiri. Oh, I don't want to do that because it's going to shuffle away the Kahiri if I do. Any reason to play something before attacking? They could have Vengeance, but that doesn't matter. That's a fast spell. Is there any reason to keep going wide? I think I just want to open attacks. So this can eat this. This is not doing much. I guess we have Shapestone to kind of mess up the combat math for them. Let's do this and see what they do. I think I want these to die, maybe. I actually saved this thing, which is not like that interesting, but it also doesn't see a bunch of his buddies die, so it stops it from helping him get to deep a little bit more. I guess that's kind of nice. I'm gonna just draw a card here. Yeah, I think I'll play that too. I want to get as much big beefies in our deck as possible. Deal. I didn't like that guy anyway.
That's new. You're provoking it.
Now I think we're just dropping Kahiri after Kahiri every turn if we can.
Get the trash! Eat the trash!
He's deep now.
Zetsa, Shinsa, brought you back a few things.
Look how tall you got.
Look at that tech.
Look at that tech.
Tell into him!
Guess he's gonna eat the 3/3 here. Just passing. I guess he's gonna use this to block the fearsome, which makes sense. So he doesn't have to throw the 7/7 in front of it. I think, yeah, we'd rather ship it. I could Mystic Shot this, but he likely has a follow-up play. Could be something even bigger and scarier than Kahiri. So I think I'd rather... That wasn't a great draw, by the way.
No more wasting time!
Watch out.
I think I'd rather just open attacks to see what they do. Our opponent skillfully blocking the 3/3, so Shapestone plus Mystic Shot kills this, which doesn't feel great. But I think it's fine getting it down to 1. Maybe we, draw something like Hexite Crystal, something else. I could always finish it off with the Mystic Shot if I want to. Probably play both of these out. Okay, Kahiris are getting big.
Blood and swords!
this block plus this finishes this off. So I think I'm saving the Mystic Shot at this point.
You will feast soon enough. Feeding time.
Surprise, surprise.
The sea stars aren't the only twins anymore. Technically, we're the same person. Forget it.
Yep. This is why I kind of wish Kahiri cost a little bit less, just to, just so you could, like, you know, do a little bit with them. Yeah, this thing was the real kicker, because now we can't even trade with some of his bigger things. And we can't, he's got too many unblockables. So we can, because it gives sea monster allies have fear. Yeah, this is the thing that gives everything fearsome. So unfortunately, can't block anything. Go here. Even if I block everything, he still kills us, right? 7. Yeah. That's fun though. Hopefully we can get a game where we get some big Kahiris going and they just don't die to big scary sea monsters. Okay. More aggressive deck, so our free 1/3s and the like are gonna be very good. Do I like the Chronomancer? Do I want a 1-drop? Yeah, look for the feline would be helpful, or even this.
Out before they know they're bleeding.
I think a Mystic Shot's pretty good, actually.
You won't feel it at first.
Probably just go 2 and 3 here. I think I will take the 2.
The way is always the same.
I guess that was a free attack. I should have just attacked with this.
I'll be quick.
I think it's worth shooting this so they don't activate Plunder for free. Free.
My past flashes!
Who's a good little rainbow elephant? They're just playing nothing. That's really, really good for us. I think we just get an attack in here. No, I think we'll develop our board a little bit more.
Carefully, researchers. There's no rush.
The ocean whispers her secrets.
So now we got like a one-sided sweeper in our deck. We got a bunch and a bunch of 3/3s and ways to find them. So hopefully we will get to do that. And honestly, I have enough mana that I'm gonna do this to start and see what we find. Is one Kahiri next turn good enough to start? I think he is. See if we can find another one. There's a time bomb though. Maybe I like that.
Look, I've made a breakthrough.
All right. Show us what you can do.
So they know we have this Hexite crystal in hand, so they have to play around that. Even if they play a big old Gangplank, this plus this Hexite crystal kills it, which is nice. They might have to just force us to use it, and I think I will in that situation. Although we do have a 6/6 coming down the next turn, but still, I'd rather just Gangplank die, because it also clears the what are they called? Barrel bomb that he'll create? Powder keg.
Tick tock.
This is okay, I think, in this matchup, because they could be playing Riptide Rex, and this would stop all the Cannon Barrage triggers that it can generate. But even if it just tags a whatchamacallit, a Decimate, it's probably fine.
Let's get to it.
Yeah,
That's not tamper-proof.
I'm fine with this trade if that's all they want to do. That's annoying because we're enhancing our deck, so them having nab cards is really awkward. Looks like one of the things they took was just an Ancient Preparations though, so that's not bad. It would be really, really nasty if they got one of our big Kahiris or one of our units that got +3/+3 from the Xenotype researchers. So we'll just play out the Kahiri next turn. We might even spend the mana. Okay, they found a Time Bomb and a Ancient Preparations. Honestly, that's probably could be worse. Could be worse.
Let's go, Keeper. No time to waste.
Remember, time spent planning is never wasted.
I think this is worth doing. No, I think we'll skip that. Yikes.
No more wasting time.
That's pretty good, actually. There's another Kakiri, which is cool.
Return me to the sea.
Let's go, Keeper. No time to waste.
Remember, time spent planning is never wasted.
Probably just play the drop border out next turn. This Time Bomb can cycle and give us a redraw. But we probably want to have... Okay, there's more plundering, unfortunately. So... they're definitely kind of like a go bigger burn deck. I expected them to be a little bit more low to the ground. Well, they have a lot of card advantage, unfortunately. That's one of the key ways we would have been able to stay ahead of them, but they're keeping up with these plunders.
What was out there?
Heads up.
So much to see.
Want to see how it works?
I think we'll be okay. We definitely need to hold it. That's a really good draw from them, but at least we know what their other two draws were. Let's start with this, because if we get something we want this turn, we can draw it with the Time Bomb.
We can always rely on you
I
to
don't
keep
think I'm
us
interested
safe.
in any of those. I'm just gonna end the round. They're burning a lot more mana than we are, and I don't want to get got by a Riptide Rex. I want to make sure I have Rite of Negation up for when they play that.
My plans!
I am reborn of salt and brine! Dead men tell my tale.
Big Bucks Kahiri.
I'm back. It's so good to see you again.
My dear friend, you weren't gone long, but I worried every second.
You weren't gone long.
Show him pain. Line him up.
The tech's out of this world.
Okay, well you're dying anyway. I think I want to keep my stuff around if
Listen
I
to me.
can.
These are
just
my streets.
Do this. Because I can't trade and kill this anyway.
Oh dear.
I guess I can with another,
It's not safe.
with the other Hexite crystal, so maybe it's worth it then. No. Because most of their stuff in their deck isn't super big, so maybe we can push some damage with this guy.
Let's go, Keeper. No time to waste.
Or both of these
Time
guys.
spent planning is never wasted.
Okay, now he has a blocker. So much nabbing. We really need like an Ekko to start generating card advantage. For sure. Or a leveled Zilean.
I'm not greedy. My friends
Of course, our opponent keeps stealing our time bombs. That's not helping.
Neither the flames nor the depths can claim me.
I guess so.
be nothing left when I'm done.
Just the screams of the dying. Hang them by their entrails.
I've seen it all.
Just a moment.
The tech's out of this world.
So we're at an incident. We're at 3 life, really, when because of these warning shots. So we have to keep that in mind. I guess I'll take
Hello,
this.
world. I'm Cypher.
It generates some card advantage, although we probably don't have a lot of time for it to matter. And then
I didn't know what was waiting.
this makes it this elusive as well, which is nice. Alright, we're dead. We can't do anything else. Yeah, our opponent just had enough enough nab cards and took a lot of the things we wanted. Were able to get us. That was an interesting game though. For sure. It was fun. I think we needed them to nab less of our time bombs and more of our, 1/3s that we that don't do much, especially in a non-predict deck. That's not the same guy, is it? I don't think so. But a sort of rematch. Yep, I like this 1-2. I think I look for like xenotypes, like something else to do on 3. Yeah, something like that is kind of nice. Shapestone, okay. Yeah, wow, that last match went so well until they started stealing our good cards.
Where's my axe?
Just out of reach.
I'll do better this time.
Yeah, that's definitely not where you want to be. You don't want to draw 2 of your drop borders.
Now, then, or soon.
Well, pretty much ever. Not bad. Kind of incentivizing me just to chump block here. Which I might do. He probably swings with both of these. I could play Chronomancer into... I could also play the Time Bomb. Nah, let's do what I was originally gonna do. That's perfect. Do I want the right negation for a possible... Riptide Rex down the line, or just to hit, you know, a Decimate or something like that. I kind of always feel like I feel safer if I just have access to one of those.
Prediction is correct. We have much to look forward to.
So I'm blocking like this because then the Time Bomb finishes both of these guys off. I mean, these will never get... I'll have to spend mana on these at some point, but maybe... maybe I want the spell mana. Okay. It's pretty good. Maybe I'm supposed to lead on one of these and make them play out more stuff. Okay. Can't do anything about that.
My plans!
Reporting in?
I could just pass here. See what they do.
I'll shoot the wings off a bilge wasp.
Kinda wanted them to play something big enough that could kill this.
Fuse is lit!
Unfortunately, that doesn't seem to be the case.
Hey, don't worry. We'll fix you right up.
I've got us covered.
These are my streets.
I guess we could do this.
They got past me.
Will help? Surprise, surprise.
At once. Try me.
Ekko!
Maybe that's bad because now I just activated Plunder for him. I think that's probably worth shooting. We're just looking for Time Bombs and Ekko at this point, I think.
Can you guess my favorite herb?
Time, Sage. This is a joke, right? This is my future.
Routes closed.
So I'm canceling this for 2 reasons. 1, it keeps our life total high. And 2, it makes it so that Ekko actually strikes something and generates the time thing, whatever it's called, time trick. We don't have any healing in the deck, so we would like to keep our life total as high as possible. I'll draw the time bomb because we can potentially level Zilean and then start generating card advantage from him. Because if we can just keep getting... Okay, cool. Hello, Samurai Mifune. Sorry, I'm only seeing your message now. Oh, you did just post it. Okay, great. I was pretty focused on that game. I wasn't looking at chat for the whole while. But yeah, that went well. I mean, it was like potentially a little scary because our life total was getting a little bit low and you're starting to have access to bigger things, but felt like we were in a pretty reasonable spot. Didn't really get to see Zilean or Ekko pop off, but they kind of were doing their job. Like, you know, Zilean was there threatening to level, Ekko was threatening to level, and he was generating some card advantage. Opponent probably just didn't get a really interesting draw. Like, if they had gotten, like, even a Decimate or something like that, it's just like they have no board presence. Okay. I feel like the last thing this archetype could really need is something somewhat similar to... You know what? Maybe he has a way to pump up the... Oh, do I want to back up Zil just in case? Just put that much more time bombs in our deck. Fallen Feline might make more sense. No, I'll grab it. He could be playing the 1 mana. What is it? It's like a 1 mana. Give something +1 and quick attack.
Pledge yourself to the shadows.
Ekko's okay.
I go!
I have many faces. Yes?
I mean, they could be trying to trick me here, but that's fine because I have a backup one. I'm actually just surprised that they're not just hooking here and getting in a guaranteed level up from him. So, this actually works out fine for me. Because now we're more likely, we're putting even more time bombs in our deck and more likely to find one to finish off their board here.
Leave me here.
Opinion on the new cards. So far, I haven't played around with them too much, but so far I'm really enjoying the set. 2 time bombs, wow. I was gonna go 3 into time bomb. But now I think I just want to go double time bomb to get that guaranteed Zilean level. It's not guaranteed, but because doesn't Shurima have... Yeah, they have some removal, right? That they could... Oh no, it's not powerful enough though, is it? I don't know, it's been a while since I played, so I don't have I guess we can start with this and see what they do. Which I know starting with this means they're less likely to play more stuff out. Okay, they cannot react to this trigger, so they can't save their stuff. So Zilean gets to level up here, and we actually have more time bombs in hand, which means we can just be chaining time bombs over the next several turns. Alright, I wonder if he has a burst speed combat trick in hand, so he's going to open attacks on Zilean to ensure that we don't get more value off of him.
All that glitters is mine.
Okay, so in this case, what do I want to create a copy of? Normally I would say Kahiri, but unfortunately they're not very good right now. How far along are you? 5 out of 3. So do I just want to play more time bombs? They draw cards, they deal damage. That might be worth it. Her spell shield doesn't protect against the time bombs, so I can actually kill their board over the next several turns if I do that. Oh, cool. And now I can duplicate this time trick as well if I really want to.
Business as usual.
That's right. Run!
I think it's worthwhile because we also have I was gonna say we have Mystic Shots in our deck, but now like this as well is pretty good.
That's new. You're provoking.
Oh wait, I'm dumb. Zilean needs to actually survive to create the duplicate time bomb. Sure. It's not like it just creates a fleeting copy. It still needs to be in play. But, you know. When you're lucky. I guess I'll play this into this. Kill their board.
Time. I need more time.
That's kind of nice because now even if they have another one of those stone shapings, they won't be able to buffer out of range.
Gift for Renekton. Right, Arda?
Do I play the time bomb now or do I wait? Guess I'll just pass.
Lulu! Where'd she go?
Ooh. Okay, so now they have to trade these two instead of just getting thingy.
Honor is the rust on a dull blade.
Okay, well she could hook here.
Whoa, cat!
Unfortunately, we drew a lot of Kahiri. Am I just passing here? No, I think I want to start spending our mana since we have so much stuff in
Look how
hand.
tall you got. Look at that tech.
Getting more Kahiris in the deck means more likely to predict and hopefully pump them up. I would like to make them at least 6/6s.
Hey, that cat I rescued this morning.
I guess I should have started. I didn't really think about that. I guess I should have started with this.
Heading topside.
No more wasting time.
Do I want to attack with him?
Watch out.
I mean, we gotta work through their board eventually.
I will run you over.
That's a lot of damage incoming from them. I probably should have thrown the cat in as well, actually. Especially with this shape stone in hand. Didn't really realize how low they were already. All those time bombs kind of did work.
This one's a fighter.
So I could save her. I don't think that's worth it. I think we just do this. Play her, then play the time trick, hoping to just maximize our chances of finding something really good.
Full of heavy purses and empty heads.
Overwhelm, okay. Yep, there's the Kahiri we wanted for Christmas. I think we keep him in the deck though, huh? Is that silly? Nah, 6/6 is probably good enough. We just keep playing back-to-back 6/6s. Or better every turn. We're probably in a pretty decent spot. The scary thing is when she levels up. Also, yeah, I definitely should have played her before her. I was just thinking, maybe I want the 3 mana for other things that Ekko finds, but I kind of just forgot about the thingy. Well, they know we have the Hexite crystals, so... Wonder what they got going on.
Zetsa, Shinsa, brought you back a few things.
Look how tall you got. Look at that tech.
This play, we get punished if they have something to buff Zed beyond 2 health. Because otherwise, the Hexite Crystal just gets the other unit no problemo. I'm assuming we're going to see the hook here. But it could be... Yeah.
We go as one.
Oh, they're not hooking thingy. Okay.
Real good to see you.
Oh, I see. So while she's attacking, yeah, okay. She has barrier and spell shield, so I can't stop it with this, but I can kill the other things to prevent her from getting, or preventing our opponent from getting too much health. Everyone's reaching for that crystal.
I go where the trouble is. It's never too far.
My treasure.
Yep.
All right, where's the after party?
Okay. I'm forgetting some of the interactions that exist in this game. Like I said, it's been a while since we've played, but still doing okay. I'm not getting punished too hard for my mistakes. I do think there was a big mistake them not hooking Ekko there, though. I'm really not sure why they would they wouldn't do that. That's fine. If we played correctly, they wouldn't have had that option. I guess they would have had the option instead to hook the Xenotype researchers, which definitely, again, would have been better for them. They shouldn't have let me block with the Kahiri there. Yeah, so opponent was top decking. We had like what, still 4 cards in hand. They didn't know it, but we had another Kahiri in hand, so we would have been dropping another big boy plus a predict. So good chance we could have buffed up our Kahiris even further, which would have been cool. I think I'm supposed to throw this back because we really want to make sure we have early blockers in this matchup. Maybe because of that, I'm actually supposed to keep the drop border, but I'll be a little greedy, and because he doesn't trade with anything, right? So this is much better.
My plans.
We can get this in the deck. Next turn we can play these two. Hopefully find that Hexite Crystal ASAP. I'm curious why they didn't. Oh, okay. Now we'll just play this. Thing's fearsome.
Time. I need more time.
Not much we can do about that, though. Easy trade here. The Mystic Shot... Well, this can block this. Although it's probably trading. Now let's just make our deck even better.
What do you make of that? I'm not sure.
So do we trade here? I don't think so. I think I want to block here, even though they're probably trading, and this here. It at least gives us a chance to maybe get something else going. I guess we could do that too, is not bad. That's an okay draw. Maybe we echo this turn and then open attacks the next. I feel like I really want to find a Hexite Crystal now. Or 3. Hey, Wasting Light, how's it going? Yeah, it's been a while. It has been a while. I don't know what to do here. Ancient Prep Bank spell mana could also be correct. Mystic Shot. Maybe that's okay at this point. Actually... let's see what they do. Alright, well they missed their they missed the trigger for Lurk, so that's really good for us. Getting to trade here and keep her around for another Fearsome is excellent. Unless they're running a 1-mana pump spell that I'm not aware of. Does this deck run the +1/+, the Shape Stone as well? Maybe it does. I'm sure some builds do. Because it's probably good enough for what it is. Plus I know a lot of their builds play Preservarium for card advantage. I'm pretty good. It's just been, last several months have just been, you know, focusing on work and not dying from a global pandemic, you know. And there hasn't really, stumbling over my words here. There hasn't really been anything I've been super passionate about playing on stream, hence the break. I guess if I throw him out, he could always play Bone Skewer, which I don't want. Bone Skewer, no bueno. Let's just do this and see what our
I
opponent
love this
does.
board.
Maybe I am just supposed to attack. Like, if I attack with this 2/2, I don't mind if he trades here. And if he wants to try to eat it with Pike, then puts it in Mystic Shot range. Good chance he just takes the 2 damage, though, of course. Why? But it just gives our opponent a chance to make a mistake, right? We're basically passing our action back to our opponent, forcing them to do something. Okay, so they're just ending their turn. It's way less mana efficient for us to just pass back, though I'm wondering if it's correct, honestly. Rite of Negation to stop Bone Skewer shenanigans? Or do I just want Party Maker? I just want cards. I'm assuming now he's gonna play more stuff out. We still have an attack token, but if he passes there, I think we take that pass every time. Ooh, that's a chunky Ekko. No longer Bone Skewerable. Bone Skewer's 2 mana, right? So yeah, it's 2 mana.
Never had luck, never needed it.
Easy to say with that Z drive of yours.
They found a Rek'Sai. That's scary.
These are my streets.
That's like a game 3 for us. This is fine. Probably just want to do this. Could use the Mystic Shot here, but we might want it to finish off this gentleman here. Are we playing this turn, I wonder? We have 2 draws plus this plus him doing his thing to potentially draw into it, but we might just want backup Ekko.
I got all the time in the world.
That's pretty greedy, right? Like, that's super greedy of him. He should just do it with this. Now I think I play this, maybe? No, let's just bank the spell mana. We have 2 Hexite crystals in our deck, right? We do. So I don't think I mind throwing this into here.
Gotta focus.
Plus we have more Mystic Shots that we could draw into. Do I want to kill an ally? I don't think so. See, again, I feel like he's supposed to block... Well, maybe not. Like, if he's afraid... I don't know. If he thinks that's gonna work, he should block the Ekko, right? So I don't get the thing? Oh, thank you, Wasting Light. I feel like I'm very unkempt right now, but I appreciate the kind words. Let's get some time bombs in our deck before we start predicting, huh? Ooh, I kind of like Right in Negation.
Totally didn't know you were coming.
We also had sarcasm in the
Oh, right, I didn't spend this yet. Yeah, I'm gonna spend that. We shuffle away the other thing, but that's okay. But now I think I want to look for something else.
I love it when things converge like that.
I think we want to find Hexite Crystals, Mystic Shots, etc. Sure, a Time Bomb, why not? Just play a blocker.
Let's go, Keeper. No time to waste.
Remember, time spent planning is never wasted. Sensor looks good to me. Time's rising.
It's a lot of big stuff.
The tech's out of this world.
We have a backup Ekko. Am I supposed to get rid of the other one? They don't really have reach though, right?
Just a moment.
Am I okay to take 9 here? Did they play a whatchamacallit this game? Did they play a landmark? This was mine, right? Yeah. Because they could, if I don't block this, they could actually kill me with thingy. I think I'll just block like this.
Just keeps getting louder.
Alright, and for some reason on level up this thing kills everything, which is really silly. Okay, so we're dead. Yeah, never mind. I forgot that thing triggers on level up as well. Pretty unintuitive. Yeah, he has a really sick level up animation. It's kind of, I don't know about that effect. It kind of feels bad too. It's like, it even kills the thing that we held back. I guess he strikes, then levels up, and then his leveled mode checks for things dying after that, and then it kills your board? I don't know. And then it just kills your board for whatever reason. I'll keep the Mystic Shot, but the rest of these can go away. Oh, it's not discard aggro. I saw Draven and just immediately assumed the other champion was Jinx. But whatever, Mystic Shots are still pretty good. Maybe I'm supposed to take like Preservarium there or something, but
Make haste.
Zilean gets in. Okay, that's not bad. Gonna prioritize looking for landmarks for her because then she can block Ezreal and just slow him down. We could actually see an Ezreal this turn too.
Have 3.
There is a Kahiri, but I think we're okay with keeping him in the deck for now. Yeah, I think we'll go ahead and get the landmark here. Could play Ekko as just like kind of a, you know, to get in for some damage here, but their deck runs a lot of removal, so a good chance it's he's just gonna die. Also, this card suggests to me that they're on the whatchamacallit, the Tri-Beam build, because this is a 3-drop for that. I've never seen this card in it before, but kind of makes sense. They do play a lot of spells to generate, you know, that little bit of value. Do I just want to attack, or do we want to predict first? Let's just
Did I
start
freeze
with
time
this, I
again?
guess.
Oh dear.
I feel like Rite of Negation is fine. To stop their Tri-Beam could be a pretty big deal. So I think with that in mind, there's not much else we would want to play. Maybe it's worth playing this just because we're gonna lose 1 spell mana this turn if we don't do anything else, but having 3 into going into our next turn probably a little bit better on average. All depends on what he plays. If he plays nothing here, we're definitely just gonna pass because they're losing 4 mana
I got ways
versus
to find
3.
me mushroom.
So definitely gonna attack with this. Could attack with this, but that shows that we, you know, probably have a combat trick, and I'm not sure if we're ready to use that quite yet. Let's just attack, see what they do. Actually, maybe I'm supposed to spend the time trick before they spend these mushroom clouds. In fact, that's... yeah. Yeah, let's draw the cards now before he puts a bunch of mushrooms on them. And this just hitting these two I think is fine with the Mystic Shots in hand. And a potential Hexite Crystal down the line. Ooh, there's another one. So I think we'll go this into this. Actually, it's probably right just to play this out. For the same reasons I'm just talking about. He's going to put a ton of Puff Caps in the deck. Maybe I'm supposed to shoot this before he does.
Oh, if mushrooms
Oh boy, that's a lot.
Once, am I right?
He can just do it in response to the Mystic Shot, though, so it doesn't really change anything.
Slip through my paws!
Pay dirt!
I've always been a fun guy.
I don't think she's worth saving. I think this is worth doing, so we can't keep doing more of that Puff Cap shenanigans. I just realized now that I guess I shuffled away my Rite of Negation at some point.
Let's go, Keeper. No time to waste.
Remember, time spent planning is never wasted.
He needs a Thermo Beam. Okay. Okay. I wasn't thinking about that card. I was thinking about that card.
The weapon and I are one.
then I maybe don't play Kahiri this turn and keep up Shapestone. I was thinking he might Thermo Beam him, and that's probably not gonna, and that won't save him necessarily. Yeah, that was probably a bit hasty of me. Kind of just forgot Culling Strike exists. Now he's got a pretty big Tri-Beam if it's been in his opener.
Time for the main event.
That's another Zilean, though. I think I want second Zilean.
I thought you'd never ask. Back in the game.
Watch and learn.
So he's gonna buff him with Thingy, and then we can just do a Shapestone.
I've seen it all.
Now we're cooking.
There they go.
So I can get him up to 6, but it doesn't matter now. So this is fine because it means he doesn't get the
Stop me.
he doesn't get to use the Mystic Shot from him. So that's okay. So we should have a leveled Zilean on top of our deck.
Time for the moneymakers.
It's a lot of puff caps in our deck. We're drawing almost an average of 1 puff cap per turn. Do I want to become famous? Well, you bet. Honestly, I'm just gonna swing with everything.
Got an axe with your name on it.
Would a mushroom help?
Oh, he needs to see you play the cards. Darn. I should have played him before doing anything. That's fine. Damn, dude. Can't you just let me do my thing?
Little help?
Now, then, or soon.
So we probably want to Mystic Shot the Ezreal so that we can Mystic Shot him again at the start of the next turn, because he can block here.
To be.
He'd have to discard 2 cards to get Draven high enough to be able to kill Zilean in combat.
All skill.
So, and we don't even have to risk it. We can just throw this here. Even if he manages to level Ezreal here, he'll still die to the Mystic Shot because they'll only have 4 toughness. We'll play the Kahiri. Zilean will generate another Kahiri the following turn.
Now we're cooking.
They grow up so fast. No way.
And I thought I was already perfect.
Let's go, Keeper. No time to waste.
Yeah, we're cooking. We're cooking
Planning
for
is
sure.
never wasted.
Let's go, Keeper. No time to waste.
Remember, time spent planning is never wasted.
Even the void couldn't stop me.
Oh, maybe I'm supposed to attack with the 2/2 as well, because then he's forced to block both of these. He knows we have things like Time Bombs in our hand and Mystic Shots, though, so it would be pretty greedy to let one of these through anyway. But... Ah, I see. Chrono Break sounds fun. Ekko sounds fun, but Kahiri the Returned is probably the correct play.
If your prediction is correct, I have much to look forward to.
Alright. Yay, Kahiri finally got to do his thing.
Well, of course.
Yeah, I think that about does it for this deck. We'll move on to the next one soon. But yeah, this one was fun. Felt really... I don't know if it's doing anything particularly, you know, powerful within the format right now, but it's definitely doing something unique and interesting. So yeah, if you're interested in doing something, if you're interested in playing around with kooky predict effects, this might be a deck for you. Spoody Mobile, thank you for the follow. Any possible to see cards? Maybe, but not for a little while yet. Not because I wouldn't be interested in jumping back in, but just because it's been I'm just busy. That's all. That's the main thing. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that Kahiri is quite good enough as a top end in this deck. I've seen other versions of this, you know, archetype running things like the Ruin Runner at the top end. That new card that's coming out next week, I think it's called Thrumming Swarm, might actually be the better than Kahiri. It does require your champions to be leveled up to get kind of that same effect of being able to just to play like a big scary, you know, unit turn after turn. And of course, and it's not strictly better than Kahiri necessarily, but it's another thing worth considering. But I think other than I think the one thing this deck is missing, and I think it's fine, because not every, you know, is basically healing. I think that's the one thing that can put this deck sort of in a rough spot against some of the more aggressive lists in the format. But, you know, not every... I think it's good that not every kind of mid-rangey, you know, list can have access to healing. It just makes the format a little bit more interesting and diverse. But I think this deck has the tools to you know, to slow down aggressive decks and then turn the corner with big units off of like Xenotype researchers or even Kahira if you find them enough. Yeah, the consistency isn't necessarily there, but I mean that's kind of what this deck is all about, right? This deck is you're trying to high roll into your big impressive draws, and you know, when it works great and it's fun. When it doesn't, the deck's kind of just, you know, thrashing around and not doing anything particularly powerful. But overall, you know, if you're playing the game for fun and want to play something different, this is definitely worth taking a look at, perhaps. Okay, so we're gonna end it there. Is that sarcasm?